Hello, I'm Natasha Castellan and welcome to the Artist Chat Room. Today I'm going to show you in some video clips of me going plein air, drawing, painting, and some of my drawings, 3 of my drawings in 3 different size books from when I went plein air drawing. I hope you enjoy seeing this. This is something I want to do a lot more of, going out plein air drawing. Unfortunately, when I went, I realized the last time was like properly spending the day with my paints and everything was 2 years ago. So that kind of made me feel really sad, and I need to go at least once a month, if not more. I do have these things called squawks, which are sketch walks, where I might go for a walk, or take a little sketchbook, I might draw in them, which I've also not done for a while. But the quote for today is Claude Monet's quote, and it is, "The richness I achieve comes from nature, the source of my inspiration." So let's see the source of my inspiration. I'm going to insert the video clip now so you can see some of the sources of my inspiration for the day. I went with my friend Kim Fox, and then we will show you, we as in me alone, we'll turn it around and show you my 3 very different sized and very different result sketchbook. Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm doing some cool marks here actually. Here are my 3 books. I have an art creation book that I showed you last week, and you will have seen the drawing I've done in here. I have a Born sketchbook. I've done that. That's my very colourful sketchbook that I've already shown you ages ago. And that's in here, and a very, very, very large. So this is A4. That must be a 3 side sketchbook, which is maybe A2 when you open it all the way. Yeah, I think it is. So let's have a quick look at this one. Here is the art creation sketchbook. As I said, it's the one I showed you last week, and this is the drawing. I already told you last week how much I don't love this drawing, and sometimes it's just like that. You go out, you get this, you have this sometimes I don't have any blank pages here. I think actually there's this funny page here. You have this blank page, or not a blank page, because I actually glued this down, and you get out there and you think you're going to make some great artwork because you've already made a start and this is going to be great, and yeah, it just wasn't great. But I warmed up. I started looking at my environment. I noted the rocks, the different kind of trees, the little ducks that were around, the distance. I have very little to say about this except it didn't work. That's okay. Because I made one that didn't work, maybe my next one turned out a little bit better. So let's have a look at the next one. So this is my next one, and I'm not sure if it is actually better. It's a lot better. I actually did have a tree here. There was like not quite a weeping willow, but a weeping kind of tree here, and the land was bigger and there was rocks. So this is meant to be that little island thingy that was here, and there was a few little island thingies where we were in the lake. And I have to go out a bit more. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's better. I did this and then started on my big one, and while my big one was drying, I thought, oh no, I have to get rid of that weeping willow. The composition was terrible. It took up a lot of space. There was nowhere to breathe. So I got rid of that and left the little kind of duck hen thingy that was there and this tree, and I meant to come back and work on it. And two things happened. One was we ran out of time after, you know, we finished drawing in the other sketchbook. And the second thing was, even when I had some time, you know, because my friend who was there, she was finishing off, I could have done something. But I opened it up and I thought, I really like this breathing space. So yeah, I could work into it. Maybe this tree could have had a little bit more. Maybe I could have put some rocks in here, put some more of these hens. But I'm actually okay with this, how it went. I feel like what I haven't caught is I haven't caught the light of that day. As you saw in the videos, the light was really fantastic. But in general, this is okay. It's sketches out and about. Somewhere along the line, I might come across this again and be inspired to either A, work into it or work in another sketchbook from it, or who knows, maybe even on a canvas or something. So this was a Born sketchbook. I think I've told you about this before. We buy them at an office supplier. They are not great. They are, I suppose, hot warm pressed. Ink goes through them, and what I often do is I prep the pages because they're only really good for acrylic paints. They're not great for water-based paints or anything like that. Yeah, I know acrylic has water in it. But you understand what I mean, not inks or markers or things like that. So all right, so let's have a look at this one. So this size, what did I say, for A2? So this is like an A2 size, I believe. But then when I open it up, it is more like a A1. It's quite big. And this was my final piece of the day. So let me zoom out a bit. Okay, so this piece was my final piece of the day. And I had fun doing this, obviously. You can feel the fun. I loved how the water turned out, and it was lots and lots of layers of water. It is watercolor. They were a variety of different things, some cheap watercolor tubes. I would love to show this to you, what I used. But as I mentioned last week, I've had family staying here and my art room has been kind of packed up. So I don't have access to all my supplies because basically my husband and I, we move into the art room. He puts his desks in here and he does his work 3 days a week from home, and we sleep here. So it's a bit hard to get all my art supplies out. But so this is watercolor. I had some charcoal, which is what I also used here, some charcoal in the rocks, which also makes this very dark. But very happy with the results. I feel like maybe these background trees are too similar in color to the tree out the front, the foliage of the background and the foreground. I feel like I've caught that weepiness in the leaves, and I did that with neo colors as well as with the paints, but afterwards I went with my neo color 2s, and then at the end I also got this peachy color, which is what actually brought this painting to life. It was like, okay, it was like good, it was okay, but just kind of ordinary. And when I put that peach on there, which is what I find sometimes, that when I put a really strong kind of fluoro-y, kind of bright color on there, it brings things to life. I also did put some of it in the water, so it's not just here, and obviously as you can see, the bits in the water are more smudged in and toned down. The reflection wasn't great. I've caught that there is a reflection. It could have been a bit darker. It's not something I'm used to doing, and even here the reflection of the foliage isn't great there, but otherwise this is where I finished. I had a great time. Yes, there were some fails of the day, but I had a great day. I was out in the sunshine. The richness that I got from that day, from the nature, from the sun, the warmth, the art fellowship with my art friend Kim was fantastic. Seeing her work, the fun, the silliness we had on the day, looking at the way the water rippled. I will put the video in here so you can see that. So beautiful. It was such a beautiful day, and I came home inspired to do more of this. I don't know what will happen with these works, whether they will just remain in my sketchbook as part of my informing me as an artist and helping me grow, or whether I will pull that out and do a painting or do another one in one of my other sketchbooks from it. But this kind of work is invaluable. Really want to recommend if you can do it. Don't be like me and wait 2 years before you go and do it again. We were going regularly, and we are going to go monthly at minimum. And I'm hoping to get out there myself on my own. This is a book where everything in here is from, actually I will show you the other works in here. This was when we went for my husband's 60th last year, and I suppose this was also plenty, but it wasn't like the whole day. Don't like this. This is a little bit more like a kid's picture book. This was out the front of my house. I've got a video on this one. And these are some other works that I've done in here. And it's just great to get out there. These are, yeah, 23, June 23. Like, these are the ones I was going to go regularly, and I did not. So want to encourage you to get out there, get into the richness of nature. Enjoy, get it as your source of inspiration. See how the water moves, see how the light hits the trees or the trunk, or how the light hits the water, or how the light hits the foliage. What is the foliage doing? Is it going upwards? Is it going downwards? What are the ducks doing? I put no ducks in there, but I did put one in here, a couple in here, one in the other one. Enjoy getting out and about. So yeah, this was a bit of a short tour. It wasn't really a tour, a little show. Talk about plein air painting. Next time I go, which hopefully will be later this month, I don't know if you'll see the video this month, maybe next month, but I will actually show you the materials I take. I will take better footage. But for now, I just wanted to get it out there and show you what I have been working on right now, rather than, you know, just random things, random drawings and sketchbooks. And I hope it inspires you to get some of your art supplies, some watercolors, some pencils, some neon, Neo 2s, Neo 1s, whatever, charcoal, pastels, whatever you have. Get out there and get inspired by nature like Claude Monet. If you enjoyed my rambling, which I'll be shocked if you have, but if you if you have enjoyed my rambling, give me a thumbs up, and do give me a thumbs up if you liked my final piece. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you here next week.